What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I know that right now we're just looking at a blank floor, and the reason for that is I was going to film an unboxing video today, but the thing I was going to unbox is just flat out so big that I cannot fit it into the frame no matter what I try. So if you want to call this an unconventional unboxing, we'll go with that. Um, but I had pre-ordered at the end of January the Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition, and it came in today. So I'm so excited to get into this and play the game. But what I'm going to do instead of actually unboxing the thing, because like I said, I just can't fit it into frame. To give you an idea, this is the slipcover for the box, and I just like it's so big that you can't fit the entire picture into one frame. So yeah. So what we're going to do instead is I'm going to showcase the individual contents you get with this collector's edition. So let's start off here. You get a mini art book, and I love the gold embossing and detailing there. I'm not going to go through this whole art book, but I'll flip through it there. So there's that. And then here is a world map. And I don't know what material this is. It's not entirely, I mean, it's paper, but it's not like normal paper, but it's like nice. I don't know what it is. Gotta be careful with it because it feels like it could tear really easily though. So, but this is the world map. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And in this envelope here, you get two Sumi-E style lithographs of Naue and Yasuke. And it just says on the back, who they are and then the artist. So those are really cool. I really like those. They would be really nice framed or something. So that was Naue, and there's Yasuke. And next up is something that I think is really cool. This is really my first collector's edition, so I've never really had anything like this. It is a wall scroll. I'll put it kind of sideways here and drag it so you can see the entire design, because this really can't fit in the frame either. But this is super cool. I really like this. I believe this says something along the lines of a new Creed rises in Japan or something like that. And here, that's a metal stand. Here you have a life-size full metal, and this is actually like have a replica of Naoe's katana Tsuba. Now the Tsuba is the part, if this is the hilt here, it's the part that goes on the hilt and then the blade would be coming out. So I think this is really cool. I love the detailing on that. And like I said, it came with its own stand. The stand is also pretty hefty, by the way. Now, of course, we have the game itself, Assassin's Creed Shadows for the PS5. And you do need internet to install the game. I don't think that's going to focus. You do need internet to install the game, but not to play it, of course. And it includes the digital content, the Claws of Awaji expansion, which comes out later this year, the Throne to the Dogs bonus quest, the Sekiro Duel Pack, and the Hideout Pack. And surprisingly, this is only a 70 gig game, which is crazy because the PlayStation Store had this listed at like 111, I think. So that might be true, between the game and maybe an update file. Check there's no. Okay. And then this is the paper that has the code on it for the digital items. And that expires in 2030 if you're planning on getting this for yourself. And here's the game disc. And there's no alternate art. But that's okay because we got a steelbook. So there is Naoe on the front, Yasuke on the back, Assassin's Creed Shadows on the spine. And I like this gradient from like black to red. Here is the internal artwork. And then there's what it looks like fully opened up. And now to get on to what is probably the highlight, the centerpiece of this collector's edition. The whole reason why this box was so massive that I cannot fit it into frame. This was actually bigger than I was expecting it to be. We have... This doesn't even fit into frame all that well, really. A statue of Yasuke. But it also comes with Naoe. I'm going to be honest, I'm not crazy about that face sculpt on this, but with the way it is put together here, you don't really even notice it anyways. So I think Yasuke has kind of a similar... Yasuke's, I'm going to be honest, isn't great either, but it's better than Naoe's. I had almost poked myself in the eye with a sword, but here's Naoe. I really do like the detailing on this models, though. Like I said, except for the face. I love the detail. Look there on the Hidden Blade, the dragon head. Sorry about that. And then she goes in like that. You can't even see it, so I'm going to have to pick up the tripod here. So there is part of the statue, but we're not done yet. it still has 2 more accessories. It comes with a flag with this insignia and a flag with this insignia. And these go... I'm not entirely crazy about these flags either because they don't really stay in their holes. Unless I'm putting them in wrong, which is entirely a possibility. Let me look at the box quick. Okay. Okay, so I was putting them in wrong. Oh my god. They're very wobbly, the flags. Alright. And here is the finished product for the statue. I think that's super cool, actually. So guys, that is going to do it. This has been the unboxing for the Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition. The statue is so big that Naoe's head is like touching the windscreen on my mic, so I hope that didn't make a sound. But yeah, so that's going to be the end of this video here. And I want to thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you next time.